Okay. So Tony's right. I'm in the library because I still haven't paid my cable bill and internet is down in my house. And honestly, it's been like the best a little bit because I have pushed myself to go out and push myself to go out and write. So I've been going to like Panera and my school library and just going and doing like my writing for several hour blocks. And I really like that because I feel like I've been the most productive doing that than being at home. Like I feel like I am revising more and I'm doing stuff, and I think it really just has something to do with the fact that because I can only access like this internet thing, really. And when I say that, I still have Wi-Fi on my phone, but it's one of those things where like the internet from a laptop and all that kind of stuff, like because it's a finite time I can do it, it makes me want to go and then do more things and then kind of like wrap it up, you know? So I am kind of like happy about that. And yeah, so I finally uploaded, I decided to upload using the Wi-Fi here at this library. So I uploaded my video for next week. This will go along with it, I guess. But yeah, just kind of talking about it. So we are still in the writer's high. And what I've noticed is that I've gotten to think about my writing in a new way and submissions in a new way because I'm writing to submit also. I got my rejections, my 2 rejections already, but I have plenty more speeches that I'm gonna like keep applying to. Like, you know, one thing you learn is like, don't let 1 or 2 rejections like stop you from submitting. So I got my like places that I'm still gonna apply to and submit to and all that kind of stuff. But what I noticed is that I am no longer interested in doing the doing the max for submission. So usually for poetry especially, there's like a 3 poem max. Sometimes it's 5 and sometimes it's more than that. I am not interested in doing the max. I'm interested in submitting 1 if not 2, so like a third to a quarter of what they're requiring, because I'm starting to realize that I would rather send my stuff 1 or 2 things to, and have multiple poems out at the same time than simultaneous submission. So I don't really do that either because I can't really keep track of that mentally. I'd rather just wait and see what comes back as a acceptance or rejection. But I kind of started thinking about it, and it's an experience that I've been thinking about because I've worked as a poetry reader, and so a lot of it centers on like your ability to go through things really fast, and because it's a human doing the reading, it can get really exhausting to go through. And I kind of feel like some people who hit the max, they submit the max, it's just kind of like it's a shot in the dark. And what I'm saying is that I'm trying to be more intentional about when I'm applying places. So I don't need to do the max because I've done enough work on the craft of 1 that I feel like it can be strong enough. And that's kind of a skill that I'm kind of trying to use a little bit more, that like I'd rather apply to 5 places, 1 each, than 1 place for 5. And the reason why is I'm also trying to expose my work to larger avenues of to larger numbers of spaces. I want to stretch the bounds of where I feel like I can fit when it comes to submissions, where I feel like my work would be accepted. And I'd rather just dip my toe with like 1 submission, 2 submissions pieces. And another thing is also because I'm doing poetry and writing like fiction, memoir type things, I also now have a wider pool of work that I can start to submit from. It's not just poetry, so I'm not just dependent on poetry submissions. I now have like narrative fiction, like microfiction, nanofiction pieces, or nano micro memoir pieces. And so it's freeing me up from feeling like I have to submit certain places, I have to submit the max. It's kind of like a steady confidence of like, I can work on this one piece and get it to publication status, and I can expose myself and venture out of side of the spaces that I think I would fit, and kind of go for spaces where I may not think I can fit, but I'm willing to give it a try. And then also kind of seeing the guidelines of what they like. Maybe I like the prompt from that space and I really appreciate it, and I'm just gonna write for that prompt and submit there and see where it goes. And even if it doesn't go anywhere, I still have this nice piece that I can submit somewhere else. So these are the things that I'm kind of like thinking about right now, and it's really good. The no internet thing at home has made me far more productive outside, and I've started to get my scheduling together as well. So we have to essentially write a poem a week, and I decided to start going back and doing the revisions now, so that when I have to submit the final portfolio, it's not as much stress at the end of the semester, because I usually worked like the last few days before the due date, and I don't want to do that anymore. I just feel like there's no point. There's no point in doing that shit. Like, I might as well just take the initiative and do every week, like the following week after I submit something, kind of go back over it, because I've had enough time to kind of think about where I want it to go. And usually for me, for workshops, I'm submitting something that's like the start of an idea or concept, and then like the following week I kind of like flush it out after like workshop and all that kind of stuff. So I kind of know my cycle a little bit. Like, I tend to work on a poem, I guess, within a 3-week range or so, and that's just helping me to kind of maintain some stuff. I just don't want a bunch of bull crap piled at the end of the semester. I think I want to be done with the semester early, in terms of like not having a bunch of work pile up on me, you know. So yeah, that's kind of where I am. I think I'm going to do a video on like my third of the way check-in, but this is kind of more like, because of the internet situation, I've found myself to be more productive because I have to take the initiative and go out and do stuff like that. So yeah, that's basically it. Thanks for watching. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.